Those first responders are risking their lives now more than ever, and for many of them, it's adding additional stress on the job. Channel 8's Ethan Hutchins shows us how they're coping with being on the front lines.
Policing for law enforcement has drastically changed with this COVID-19 pandemic, and by most accounts, it's added more stress for first responders.
They are the front line of taking care of our COVID-19 patients, but they're having to balance their worry and concern for their family and friends. And for a lot of them, they're in isolation. They're not able to be with family.
Stephanie Cochran works for a nonprofit in Oklahoma called Green Shoe that's offering free mental therapy for any first responders or healthcare workers.
We want to make sure this is something we can give back, and this is a way we can do this.
One of our #1 priorities right now is the mental health of our first responders.
Law enforcement typically might sweep their stresses under a rug, but Dr. Jordan Herod, a mental health expert, says having dialogue during this new reality for first responders can help them cope.
You have to be able to tell someone, look, I'm struggling, and it's totally fine to struggle. We're all struggling right now. This is a completely new thing that has never happened before.
We have to be here. We have a job to do. We also have to worry about us contracting it.
The risks are higher than ever, and while an executive order today by Governor Stitt gives state first responders with COVID-19 paid time off, it doesn't apply to local law enforcement. However, agencies like Claremore PD are still taking care of their own.
We've implemented some things that we think that's helped greatly.
Officer Brian Burnett says they have their own sick bank in case someone comes down with COVID-19. Plus, they are encouraging officers to wipe down their uniforms. In fact, Officer Burnett says if any officer comes down with COVID-19, the department is offering to put them up in a hotel instead of sending them home. It's a new reality for law enforcement, which is why Cochran says it's okay to talk about it.
This can bring up a lot of different factors for all of us.
Keeping those on the front line safe, physically and mentally, as we push forward together. Reporting in Claremore, Ethan Hutchins, Tulsa Channel 8.